visiting St. Louis Cardinals inside beautiful Hammond Stadium. Hi, everyone. Welcome inside Mall of America studio. I'm Audra Martin. It was just a week ago the Twins had traveled across the state of Florida to Jupiter, taking on the St. Louis Cardinals, who would quickly put up a hefty 6 runs on 12 hits in the 6-1 win over the Twins. But now Minnesota would like to get a little bit of payback, and this time they're turning to Randy Dobnak to get the job done on the mound. He's been solid so far this spring, giving up just 2 hits in 6 innings of work. So what's in store as he gets a crack at the St. Louis Cardinals? We'll find out soon enough. Your starting lineup and first pitch is coming your way next.
Hey, welcome back to Hammond Stadium. Twins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals, leading off for the Cardinals here this afternoon. A good one at third base, Matt Carpenter. Max Sherrock will be at second base. He'll bat second. Rangel Ravelo will be the DH, and he's going to bat third. Batting fourth and playing right field will be Austin Dean. And Justin Williams will be in left field. He's going to bat fifth. Lane Thomas will be the Cardinals center fielder. Andrew Kisner, who is going to catch, he'll bat seventh. Edmundo Sosa will be the Cardinals shortstop. He's going to bat eighth. And John Nagowski will be at first base. He's going to bat ninth. Pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals, 17-6 last year in South Korea, will be Kwang Hyun Kim. For the Cardinals, left-hander, and he's a good one. Here's the starting lineup for your Minnesota Twins. Max Kepler will lead off, play right field. Josh Donaldson back at third base, going to bat second. Jorge Polanco, just in his 4th game, he'll be at shortstop batting third. Nelson Cruz, he'll be DH batting fourth. Eddie Rosario, just 1 for 20 so far in Grapefruit League action. He'll bat fifth, play left field. Miguel Sano at first base batting sixth. Marwin Gonzalez at second base, he'll bat seventh. Alex Avila has the duties behind the plate, going to bat eighth. Gilberto Celestino will be in center field. He's going to bat ninth. And pitching will be right-hander Randy Dobnak. Dobnak making his 3rd start. Umpires for this afternoon's contest: Colin Paulson strikes, Brian Honora. Sam Holbrook at first base. Marvin Hudson is the umpire at second base. Junior Valentin will be the umpire at third base. A little bit of a breeze, but still a gorgeous day here in Fort Myers. Get you started. Here's Corey Provis.
All right, Danny, thank you. Matt Carpenter leads off for the Cardinals, and Dobnak's first fastball runs off the outside corner. Ball 1 with that underway on a lovely day here in Fort Myers, and a packed crowd on hand at the CenturyLink Sports Complex. Matt Carpenter, a down offensive season last year. He's had a great career as he grounds one to the right side. Shift is on. Second baseman Gonzalez picks and lobs to first, and Carpenter is out, number 1. And Randy Dobnak, Danny, when he's on, is a ground ball machine.
Well, that's exactly right. He has given up 1 home run, but still, I think that, you know, he throws the ball over the plate. It's got late sink. And you talk to all the hitters, it's almost like a heavy ball. And it's got that late sink. You think you're dialed in on it with the miles per hour, and then all of a sudden there's some late movement. And it's usually downward, and that creates a lot of ground ball outs.
Fastball slider change. The pitch mix that Dobnak will feature today. Ball 1 to Matt Sherrock, left-handed batting second baseman.
You know, and just watch it. His delivery's a little deceptive because he starts off slow, and then he'll just speed it up, and he's got fast arm action.
1-0 is inside. And now 2 balls and no strikes on Schrock. Rangel Ravelo on deck. Dobnak last year, a great story. 25 years old now, 9 games. Started 5 games with the Twins. At a 1.59 ERA. Behind 2-0. And the next pitch is a strike. Came back inside at 90. And now 2-1 count. Dobnak, Smeltzer, Lewis Thorpe. That was the matchup with Jolice Chassin, Danny, as camp began. Competing for the number 5 spot. And the Twins rotation now. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And a fastball down and inside, a 2-2 count. But Dobnak separating himself from the pack right now.
I think so. You know, Smeltzer last couple outings roughed up a little bit over in the Dominican, but still, Smeltzer's got good stuff. He's going to hang in there a little bit and get another start or 2. And Chassin, he's a guy that has big league experience. He's got about 11 years in the big leagues.
2-2 pitch, ground ball right side. Gonzalez right there. No shift on this time as he throws out Schrock. So 2 ground ball outs. And Gonzalez makes them both easily. And quickly 2 up, 2 down for Rangel Ravelo. DH today, batting third, 27-year-old Cuban-born player. Had 29 games with the Cardinals last year at 2 home runs. Ravello, a guy that is competing for a spot on this opening day roster, could be that 26th man. Bases empty, 2 outs. Righty to righty, Dobnak to Ravello. And the first pitch is right down the middle, knee-high strike called. That's an 0-1 count. Dobnak now 6 2/3 innings so far in Grapefruit League competition. 1 run on 2 hits with 4 strikeouts and a walk. As he goes off speed, misses now low. That's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. If Dobnak does make the team, this will be interesting to track throughout the year. And the trend in the game last year, pitchers, starters really backed off their fastball usage, Danny, across the game. Sliders went up. Off-speed pitches seemed to go up, a trend throughout the game. And now the 1-1, swing and a miss. Break on that slider right there. It's a 1-2 count. So Dobnak last year, he was fastball about 60% of the time. Sinker, I should say slider about 28, 29%. If that will change, or it worked last year, as we go with the same numbers. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball looked good there. 91 fastball. And Dobnak strikes out Ravello, and that's a quick 1-2-3 first inning for Randy Dobnak. We play 1/2 an hour. Flyers, Cardinals, nothing. Twins coming up on your home for Twins baseball. Twins batting for the first time today. Kepler, Donaldson, and Polanco. South Korean born. Left-hander Kwang Hyung Kim on the mound today for St. Louis. Signed a 2-year, $8 million contract. His first taste of Major League action here in 2020. As Kepler steps in and takes a strike. Fastball at 93 from Kim. With Miles Michael is hurt. There is a race going on right now. Competition going on in Cardinals camp. The number 5 spot. And Kim, a part of that. And the 0-1 to Max. Off speed is down low. And the count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kepler so far 3 for 14 here in Grapefruit League play with an RBI. Max in the lineup for the 2nd straight day. And the 1-1 swing and a miss. Fastball moving off the outside corner. A 1-2 count to Kepler. So back-to-back starts. Danny, both against left-handed starting pitching. It was Martin Perez yesterday against the Red Sox, and Kim today.
Yeah, and in that leadoff spot, too. Usually Garver's in the lineup. He'd be leading off.
Strike 3 call. Inside corner at 87. Locks up Max. So 1 up, 1 down. Bases empty for Josh Donaldson. Also back in the lineup for the 2nd straight day.
Kim has had some good success over in the Korean League over there. Right there, he featured everything. He's got the little cut fastball. Let's see if he changes it up a little bit different to a right-handed hitter in Donaldson. But a little bit of cut has movement. Little track into Donaldson here.
Was off speed and misses outside, ball 1.
I've seen everything he's shown other than the changeup, if he's got one.
Kim rocks back. The high leg kick and the next pitch. A swing and a miss. Big cut on a fastball at 92. Donaldson, the backswing might have clipped the helmet of the catcher, Kisner, but seems to be all right. Donaldson looking back at Kisner and seems to be all right. It's a 1-1 count. Now Donaldson 6 for 19 so far here in Grapefruit League play with 3 doubles. Donaldson batting second today, defending at third base. And now the 1-1. Took something off and missed down low. And it's a 2-1 count. With the South Korean team last year, Kim in 30 starts at a 2.51 ERA. And a 2-1 is strike 2 called. And off speed at 82 miles an hour. 2-2 on Donaldson. Jorge Polanco batting third on deck. No score, bottom 1. Bases empty, 1 out. Donaldson coming off a 37 home run season. An OPS at 900, on base percentage in the high 300s as he taps foul on the ground near the third base dugout. Watching Donaldson take batting practice on the field today, it just seemed like he's not only working on something but just frustrated. He had some sessions with Tommy Watkins throwing his BP round, where he's just constantly mimicking motions with his lower half. His upper half clearly was working on something, and at times wasn't too happy with the results. And the 2-2 pitch, and tied him up there. High fastball, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Kim. 2 up, 2 down. No score. Bases empty now for Polanco.
Sometimes, Corey, you work on things a lot in the batting cage. If it's, soft toss, or you're getting live BP in there, working on certain things, lower half, upper half, want them to work together, but then you try to take that out on the field, because that's the true test. And the ball off the bat will tell you if you're doing it right or not.
Ball on Jorge Polanco. Polanco appearing his 4th game, slowly working back into the mix of things down here, coming off ankle surgery. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. Change of pace that time from Kim. He's working quickly.
Yeah, they said he will work fast, but that changeup to Donaldson that he got him to kind of check swing, went around on it.
Polanco coming off an outstanding year. And the 0-2 pitch, a ground ball, weakly hit back to the mound. Played by Kim. He'll jog to first, underhand flip, and that's a 1-2-3 first for Kim. We have played 1 in Fort Myers, scoreless on your home for Twins baseball. We will have our 3rd sellout today. We're at the CenturyLink Sports Complex. 3rd sellout of the spring so far for the Twins. It was a joy when the Cardinals come over. Standing franchise, great fan base, and they have brought plenty of fans to Hammond Stadium today. Randy Dobnak worked a 1-2-3 first inning. Will face Austin Dean, Justin Williams, and Lane Thomas here in the St. Louis 2nd. Righty to righty. And Dobnak's first pitch is in for a strike, knee high. That's an 0-1 count. The Cardinals won 91 games last year, won the National League Central, and took out the Atlanta Braves in the divisional round in a best-of-5 series. And the 0-1 is outside, but then the Nationals, Danny, made quick work of St. Louis in the following round. In fact, they were swept in a 4-game series. The Cardinals in that 4-game sweep to Washington hit only 130. That was the collective batting average in that short series. And the 1-1 is outside. The lowest ever for a team in a best-of-7 series. Hit just 130, hence they were done in 4 games.
Yeah, and that was concerned about the offense of this Cardinal club last year. They had one of the better pitching staffs.
Ground ball up the middle, but Gonzalez hasn't played perfectly. Shading more up the middle, throws out Dean. 1 out, no score in the 2nd.
And they're going to rely a lot on that recipe again this year. They do have Goldschmidt. They got guys that, and if Carpenter can bounce back, he's a big piece of the offense. But they've got the pitching. And I would say that, the division they're in, there's some improvement with some of the clubs, but not much. I think Cardinals in the catbird seat there.
They have a strong defensive team, especially at short, second, and center. And now Justin Williams grounds one left side. The Twins had him played perfectly. Donaldson, the only Twin between 2nd and 3rd, was playing near 2nd and throws out Williams. For out number 2, the Twins open the 2020 campaign in Oakland, but then the A's will be a target field for the home opener. On April 2nd, the first 30,000 fans receive a Twins quarter-zip pullover presented by your local Northland Ford dealers. TwinsBaseball.com/opening day has all the information. Home opener Thursday, April 2 against the Oakland A's at Target Field, just a few weeks away. So 2 down for Lane Thomas. Dobnak hits the outside corner. Fastball strike called at 91. It's an 0-1 count to Thomas. Came to the Cardinals in a trade with Toronto back in 2017. Thomas had about 30-some-odd games with St. Louis last year. And the 0-1 drops low. A slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas, 4 homers. OPS over 1,000, so a small sample, but impressive sample nonetheless for Thomas with the Cardinals last year. So far in the spring, has 7 hits, including 2 home runs and 5 knocked in. And the 1-1 pitch is popped up, playable infield near second base. Gonzalez, Polanco charging. The shortstop captains calls and catches. And Dobnak is perfect through 2. Twins coming up with the home second. No score on your home for Twins baseball. Nelson Cruz, Eddie Rosario, and Miguel Sano to bat. For the Twins, some cloud cover now over the area, but no threat of rain today. Temperatures in the mid-70s. As Cruz shows bunt for a laugh, pulls it back, and took a strike. Slow curve from Kim. It's an 0-1 count. Kim, an impressive first inning, struck out 2 as he misses down low to Nelson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cruz, outstanding spring so far. 9 hits with 3 homers and 4 knocked in. And the 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner. Strike called at 78. So Kim throwing everything for strikes early on today, not just fastballs, but his second and third options. And working quickly, comes home, and the 2-strike pitch, a swing and a foul. That ricochets off the catcher, Kisner. That stings, and Kisner now up on his feet, walking from the painted TC logo behind home plate. And Brian O'Nora, the home plate umpire, walking a new baseball out to Kim. And looks like Kisner got hit off his foot. Yadier Molina back to catch for the Cardinals once again. Matt Wieters will be the St. Louis backup. And Kisner will get plenty of time catching for AAA Memphis. A 1-2 count to Nelson. And the pitch just low and inside. Good take on a slow curve at 73. Cruz, 41 home runs a year ago. And now the 2-2. He got him. Strike 3. So a third strikeout for Kim so far today. So 1 down here in the second. And now Eddie Rosario. Slider.
I don't think it was a slider. I think it was just something off speed there last minute there. A little bit of a changeup with some movement into him. Still trying to keep an eye on that one. And good pitch to the right-handed hitters. I'm not sure if he's going to throw that to left-handers. Find out right here. Here's Eddie Rosario. We said Kim likes to work fast. Rosario ready to hit and calls timeout as he's trying to quick pitch.
And he steps in and tracks a fastball down and away at 93 for ball 1.
Already, you know, you've seen everything he throws, and right now pattern is the cut fastball. Moves away to the left-handers. Fastball down. And Rosario took 2 now.
Rosario 1 for 20 so far in camp, but taking 2 pitches to begin this at bat. And the 2-0 swings and pulls weakly foul past first. But I was interested to hear and read what Eddie said, Danny, about his outlook and his mindset offensively going into 2020, and that he wants to walk more. And yes, he's well aware of the numbers. He's reading the numbers and studying the numbers in terms of on-base percentage and OPS. And the 2-1 pitch is fouled back, and Eddie's been a free swinger, and it's led to success. Don't get me wrong, but he also wants to add to his game, mature a bit more, and be more selective and more patient if the opportunity presents.
You know, Corey, that's a tough thing to do, especially when you've been a player that has always been aggressive in the batter's box, have always been looking. And we know how well of a bad ball hitter he is.
No score in the second. Now the 2-2 pitch. Another cue shot foul on the ground towards the St. Louis dugout.
You're looking for the quality at bats. And, you know, this is the time of the year right now that, you know, you're looking for, you know, the pitcher on the mound and the quality of bats. Is it an easy at bat? Did I give the at bat away? Did I see a lot of pitches?
And now the 2-2 is low and away. Ball 3. Rosario, his career high walks drawn in the season, is 35. And that happened in 2017. Had, you know, nearly 600 plate appearances that year. And now the 3-2 pitch. A blast to right center field deep in the gap, but the wind's going to knock it down. And in the alley, calling and catching is Dean. For out number 2. The wind is blowing in today from Yeah, really center field, but almost from right center. That was hit on the nose. The wind knocking that one down and gave Dean time to run over to his right neck to catch. And it's out number 2, but a really good-looking swing there, Danny, as he saw many pitches there from Kim.
Yeah, he did. He got something up in his eyes right there. So, you know, that's the kind of a bat right there that if Kim is in the lineup again for the second time for Eddie Rosario, he has seen everything he throws. Timing's down. Here's a matchup.
2 down, Miguel Sano, as he takes a pitch outside. Sano batting 6th today. Sano with 5 hits here in camp, including 2 home runs. Hit a home run in the Dominican over the weekend that tied the game at 3. And the 1-0 pitch is outside. You were mentioning yesterday how much fun it was to watch the BP show and the competition that Sano was having with Cruz on Saturday.
Him and Cruz, and you know, just for the fans, they recognize their heroes.
Ground ball smash pull just foul past third. No score in the second.
And Sano was hitting some bombs, and so was Nelson Cruz, but what the fans wanted was them to hit the scoreboard straight away center field. And Cruz just missed it on one. Went just to the left of it. And you could hear him kind of ooh and ah. And then he hit it 3 times in a row after that.
2-1 curveball, low ball 3 on Sano.
Never seen a guy get a standing ovation while taking batting practice. But I saw Nelson Cruz get it. And after the 3rd one, he said, okay, put his hands up. And walked out of the cage. They were done.
And the 3-1 pitch grounded foul behind the plate. Warm up on the warm beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel. Unplug, relax, and find your island at FortMyersSanibel.com. Website FortMyersSanibel.com for more information. 3-2 pitch, ground ball at the end of the bat. Hit out to short. This is played by Sosa. He throws out Sano, and that's the inning. Both pitchers are perfect through 2. Cardinals batting in the 3rd. Still scoreless from Fort Myers. This is Minnesota Twins baseball. Welcome back to Fort Myers. Twins and the Cardinals. No score after 2. Both starters are perfect today. Dobnak 6 up, 6 down. Same for Kim. As St. Louis bats here in the 3rd inning. Catcher Andrew Kisner leads off. It's right-handed. First pitch is grounded to 3rd weekly. Donaldson charging. He'll barehand throws across the diamond, and it's missed by Sano, rolling into foul territory. And it'll travel inside the Cardinal dugout, so Kisner will be given second base. On the throwing error from Donaldson, Sano could not pick it cleanly coming off the bag. Got under his glove, and Kisner now at second. With nobody out to begin the Cardinal 3rd, and will bring up Mundo Sosa.
And just not enough on that throw there by Donaldson, playing back a little bit. Short hop on Sano, knowing that ball did go into the camera well or something, and that allowed him to get on to second base.
He's ruled a hit, second on the error.
Whatever, it's got to be a throwing error, I guess.
I would think so.
Huh.
So man at second, nobody out, and now Sosa. Shortstop today, no Paul DeYoung. For this matchup, he shows bunt, lays it down foul. And that's behind the plate, and that strategy we were chatting in between innings is something that you think might come into play right now.
Well, I was just, the way the pitchers are going right now, you're thinking with the wind, the way it's going, let's get a guy on, hit and run, bunt. Here they get an infield base hit, error, runner in scoring position, and this is going to be Cardinal brand baseball anyway. Even though you got Sosa, normally the number 9 hitter is going to be the pitcher hitting, so.
Twins infield play back, and now Sano creeps in a bit off the line at first. And the pitch is skied to right, shallow near the line. Over his Kepler to his left. That ball is going to land untouched and foul. On the warning track, it's an 0-2 count on Sosa. He was at AAA last year at 17 home runs. So far in camp, in Grapefruit League plays, Sosa with 7 hits, including 2 home runs and 5 knocked in. And Dobnak, 2 strikes, his put-away pitch, his slider. Something he's been trying to get more depth on and with during camp this spring. On the Twins shift, and the 0-2 is grounded to 3rd, cut off by Donaldson. Sliding stop, bobbles. He will throw to first, and it's not in time as Sano came off the bag. So Kisner did try for 3rd base, and Donaldson sliding to his left came up with it, never looked at the lead runner. and threw slightly wide at first, and had to lean off the bag, and he caught the throw, but foot came off the bag and ruled safe. And now the Cardinals have runners at the corners and still nobody out.
Yeah, once he saw that Donaldson had kind of came towards second base, he checked up initially and then saw once he dropped the ball, there was a little bit of a bobble-oo by Donaldson, and then that allowed him to get over to third base. Good hustle also by Sosa to reach first.
Infield now playing in first and third, nobody out for the number 9 hitter, John Nagowski. Right-handed batting first baseman, 27 years old. He was at AAA last year at 15 home runs. From the stretch, and Dobnak's pitch, a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And it's an 0-1 count.
Of course, here's where you got that ground ball type pitcher in Dobnak, and infield in. Here's what you need. You get that ground ball. And here's where sometimes hitters will kind of change their approach. You always talk, hit that ball in the air. And they'll change their swing, and more times than not, they do that, they pop it up.
Check on the runner back at first. Sosa in safely as Dobnak threw over. So Kisner, lead runner at third base. Infield playing in on the left side. Zal is a few steps back at second. Outfield playing towards right center. And the pitch is over but low. At 89, it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Nagowski. It's a Cardinal offense that will have to replace Marcell Ozuna, who signed with Atlanta. Offensively, St. Louis, despite the big year from Goldschmidt yet again, they did not rank all that highly in terms of offense throughout the game. And the 1-1 pitch grounded to short. Runner is coming home. Donaldson will look to the plate, but now throw to first for the out. So Kisner scores to second. Sosa as Donaldson throws out Nagowski. St. Louis takes a 1-0 lead. Now we are pleased to be joined by a special guest here. In the third inning, we welcome Casey Gallatin, the lead bartender. That's always a cool title. The lead bartender at Palm City Brewing. And we are delighted to have you at the ballpark today. Casey, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
So you're the lead bartender. Is that a self-labeled title, or has this been documented by your peers or by those in the community?
It's kind of documented, but I'm actually our sales representative now.
Okay, well, that's a good selling point. Lead bartender.
Do a little bit of both.
As Matt Carpenter bats, 1-0 St. Louis, ball 1 inside. Tell us about Palm City Brewing.
Well, Palm City Brewing is we're coming up on 3 years now. Local brewery here in Fort Myers off of Alico Road. Specialize in IPAs and some other specialty brews. And we're just killing the game right now.
And you sell it here at the ballpark, right?
Yes, sir. We have our 2 of our core brands, our Hazify, which is a New England style IPA, and our San Carlos Proper, which is a golden ale.
1 ball, no strikes. Shift is on Carpenter. 3 on the right side of second base. And Dobnak's pitch is low. Blocked and saved by Avila. 2 balls and no strikes. Of those 2, which has been the most popular? Which is the go-to choice?
Well, let us decide. Okay. He'll get a couple up here for us at some point. I'm sure they're both sold at the ballpark here.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hazify is the #1. It's delicious. If you like juicy beers.
I think we like all beers.
Yeah.
Right? We're not too picky up here.
Yeah.
2 balls and no strikes on Carpenter. As Dobnak misses low and inside. Ball 3. Matt Schrock on deck.
Are you a baseball fan?
I love baseball. I can't say I'm the most knowledgeable guy in the world. Good. I grew up watching the Marlins through the whole 90s. We had season tickets, inaugural season in '93. 3 years old watching the Fish play.
Those were good years then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was all right.
You don't participate in any of the brewmaster and the actual brewing of the beer, do you?
I'm not smart enough to do that.
Okay.
I help out every once in a while if they're doing some cans or kegging some beers. But I like to go out and talk to the people. I'm a man of the people, you know.
Walk to Carpenter. So first and second, 1 out. Cardinals have a 1-0 lead as Schrock bats. Dobnak right now 30 pitches working here in the third inning. For those that are watching and listening that they want to come down for baseball, but the brewery itself is not too far from where we're at today?
No, sir. Maybe 5-7 miles from here.
And do you offer tours and samples for those that want to stop by?
Absolutely. Free samples, whatever you guys want to taste. We got great bartenders, and they'll help you out. Pick what's good for you.
Strike called on Schrock. Does set up the double play with a 4-pitch walk to Carpenter. It's an 0-1 count.
Was there a taste test to get your beer in the stadium here?
I don't think so, no, but they've definitely tried our beers, so
okay.
I think we've performed well, and I know we're doing well here with the fans, so it's always a good thing.
That's bounced foul pass first. The competition in the market, how has that evolved and changed, say, in the last 5 years?
Well, I think competition's kind of a funny word when it comes to local breweries, but I do know it's kind of caused everyone to make better beer, and everyone in the area. We have a great growing craft beer community here in Southwest Florida, and there's some really good beers being brewed from everybody.
How often do you change up the recipe? The recipes, I guess.
With the core brands, I mean, never. They stay the way they are because that's how they got prominent. But we always have new beers coming online almost weekly.
And the 0-2 is down low.
Hops, any particular hops you prefer over the other?
I feel like the most popular hop right now is what they call Citra hop.
Yeah, that's...
gives a big citrusy notes to it. And
they got a monopoly on that,
Oh, sure.
Can't just grow that.
That sounds like experience talking.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Tried.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Between that and Mosaic, I feel like those are the big hitters right now.
2 on, 1 out in the third. Cardinals by 1, a 1-2 count, and Dobnak's pitch is outside a changeup. 2-2 on Schrock, who bounced out to Gonzalez his first time.
I like the walk to Carpenter because you got a ground ball pitcher and Dobnak out there, Corey, and need one right here.
Twins are defending at double play depth. Sosa at second, Carpenter at first. 1 in, 2 on, 1 out. Dobnak about to throw his 35th pitch of the afternoon. And the 2-2 fouled back. And a fastball at 90. And now a 2-2 count. The location of the brewery, Casey, has it always been around here?
Yes, sir. We're always off of Lico Road. We're in a Lico Commercial Park. You got to want to find us. We don't have any big signs on the road, but I guess that makes it all the better when you do find us.
How often are people, maybe even customers, coming by and say, hey, we love this, but I have an idea for a recipe. Have you tried that? Do you get that a lot from people that stop by?
Absolutely.
Ball 3 inside.
I feel like almost everybody has an opinion. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad, but at the end of the day, everyone has a cool beer name they think would be great, or the guy wants to name a beer after himself. Hey, you should name this Casey's beer. I'm like, well, he just walked in here, Casey. I don't know about that.
So 3-2 count now on Schrock with Ravello on deck. Polanco dancing back defensively near second, but no throw. Dobnak comes home 3-2, fouled back.
Casey, are the growlers going away, and they're a thing called a crowler now?
Yep, it definitely seems to be the trend. We actually don't fill growlers themselves at our brewery. We had a bad experience. Some guy bought a growler, said it was clean. Our owner went to clean it out, and maggots came out of it. So he decided, I can't.
Enough of this, right?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing these crowlers, which one-time use, but you can recycle them, and they keep the consistency and the quality there.
Cardinals by 1. Lengthy at bat between Dobnak and Schrock. 2 on, 1 out. Cardinals batting in the third once again. Here's the 3-2 runners go. The pitch, ground ball right side. Sano, diving stop, nice pick. We'll take it to the bag for out number 2. Haven't seen Miguel, Danny, challenge that often so far defensively. Had to make a run-saving play there to his left and did just that, 2 down.
Yeah, real nice play right there. Went down in a little bit of a slide pattern there with his front feet. It's nice to be able to get that short hop, and he sure enough got it there. And the big thing is he knew what to do once he got up and got the ball. That was to get the out at first. And then check the runner. That's Cardinal baseball right there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Get the runners moving.
So second and third, 2 outs. Ravello struck out in the opening inning. Dobnak trying to limit the damage here to only the 1 run. Sosa at third, Carpenter at second, 2 down, righty to righty. And the first pitch is down and inside. And that is ball 1. Is this peak season for you right now, Casey, this time of year?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's amazing after some of these games. You'll just have floods of Twin fans coming into the brewery. Or even when the Red Sox close out, they'll flood into our area as well.
Do you offer any food at the brewery or just a nice cold drink? Nice
cold drink. We have food trucks on site daily, always changing.
Swing and a miss. Good off speed there from Dobnak. A 1-1 count.
But we have 18 tap lines on the wall, or 20, and 18 of ours are typically rotating. And always try to have some good food on site from local food trucks.
1-0 St. Louis, chatting with Casey Gallatin, lead bartender at Palm City Brewing. Just down the street from Hammond Stadium, and the 1-1. That's sent foul out of play, lofted down the right side. Is there a website that people could learn more about the brewery you can rattle off for us?
To be honest with you, I totally forgot.
Okay.
But
that's why he's the lead bartender. Bartender.
Look us up on Instagram or
All right.
Facebook.
All right, Danny's big on both. Big Instagram guy, so he'll lock that down. But Palm City Brewing and Palm City Brewery to find Casey, lead bartender.
I'll be there.
How late do you open during the week? Even the weekend?
Well, we're open till 11 on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And during the week, we're open till 10.
1-2 just outside. Slider away, 2-2. Those hours okay with you? Kid?
Yeah. Fine. He didn't mention Sunday. You closed on Sunday?
We're open Sunday, 12 to 6.
12 to what?
12 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, they get the church crowd. Let them go to church first in the morning, and then 12 o'clock, ready to go.
The website, by the way, palmcitybrewingco.com. Casey just remembered what the website was, so there it is for you.
Yeah, we cover for everybody.
2-2 is hit foul, got a piece of Avila. So palmcitybrewingco.com. So Avila, some extra time after that foul ball. His bullpen quiet. Scheduled to follow Dobnak at some point today. Sergio Romo, Tyler Clippard, Trevor May, Zach Littell, and Cody Stashak. Avila on his knees, has his mask on, and has pounded his mitt. And now Ravello back in the batter's box. A 2-2 count. Cardinals 1, Twins nothing. St. Louis batting second and third. As Dobnak takes his side. Holds near his right shoulder and deals 2-2 just outside and low, ball 3. Cardinals not chasing that breaking ball.
And second time here, you know, Corey, they realized Dobnak was a sinker ball guy, and second inning they kind of came out, tried to swing early, and now being a little bit more patient. And Dobnak being a little more careful and pitching balls off the plate.
2 infield hits, a walk in this inning has led to 1 run. Full count. And the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Went off speed. And Ravello strikes out for the second time today as Dobnak limits the damage to only the 1 run. Casey, thanks for stopping by. Best of luck to you and everybody at Palm City Brewing.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We thank lead bartender Casey Gallatin for his time. Cardinals. Cardinals on top 1-0. Twins looking for their first hit. First base runner Marwin Gonzalez leads off as Kim gets ahead with the first pitch. Off-speed strike at 0-1 count. Gonzalez today his 3rd spring training game as he is coming back from knee surgery. 3 for 4 so far, though, with a home run and 2 doubles. Batting right-handed, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. That's an 0-2 count. So far this first time through, the Twins have not had too many good swings outside of Eddie Rosario off Kim early in this contest.
You know, Corey, he's pitching well right now, and mound present. He's spent a number of years top pitcher in Korea.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, high fastball. So everything was down, then elevated at 90, and Gonzalez strikes out. 4th strikeout for Kim. 1 out, 1-0 St. Louis.
It doesn't look like Kim is relying on the catcher here to guide him and navigate him through spring training to some of these big league hitters. He's got a good idea what he wants to do, what he features. But right there, high elevated fastball got him to chase.
Now he will only learn more with working with Yadier Molina behind the plate.
Absolutely. Molina, important that he understands, you know, it's yes what he features, how the ball moves around, but when he wants to throw something.
Fastball high to Alex Avila.
Well, Alex has been sitting on the bench. He's got to see some of the left-handers face him, realize, okay, cut fastball down and away, and occasional breaking ball.
Veteran catcher signed to a 1-year contract with the Twins. Longtime Tiger with Arizona. Last couple of years, swings and fouls hung on to by Kisner, the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 63 games with Arizona last year for Avila. Hit 9 home runs. On base percentage over .350. And now the 1-1 pitch. A line drive right center field towards the gap and down for a hit. Cut off by Dean in the alley. So really the 2 best swings have come from left-handed hitters. Rosario's line drive out, and now Avila with the first Twins hit. That'll bring up Alberto Celestino. Really like watching this young man so far in camp. Still just 21 years old. Celestino, part of the package that the Twins received from Houston for Ryan Presley back in 2018.
Got to see him play over in the Dominican. He plays that center field position fairly well. He doesn't run all that good, but he's got a very athletic swing.
Celestino hits right-handed. Was pretty much at Cedar Rapids last year. And just shy of .280 with 10 home runs. As Kim again throws over to first, and Avila not going anywhere. Celestino from the Dominican got a chance to go home and play in that game like Danny mentioned. And the pitch is taken for a strike. High strike at 83 from Kim. It's an 0-1 count. Celestino's 6 feet 170 pounds. Had 8 games with Fort Myers last year. As he flares one to right, that's going to land softly for a hit. Avila down to second base, so back-to-back singles. Hitters 8 and 9. Avila now Celestino. That'll turn things over. For the big boys, here comes Max, who struck out looking his first time up. And now we'll see adjustments here, right, Andy, that the hitters have seen all have had in a bat against Kim, and now what do they do with the bat number 2?
Well, I like that approach right there. He let that ball get a little deep on him a little bit, but still able to get the hands in, and just a good piece of hitting going the other way.
Now, Max has gotten better and better at hitting against left-handed pitching the last couple of seasons. As we said yesterday, if you were not with us a couple of years ago, it was this time of camp where people were wondering, is Kepler going to be a platoon player? That seems like a lifetime ago as he swings and misses 0-1.
You know, when you're a young player like that, yeah, that's kind of the brand you might get, especially early and when you're young in your career. But the more at-bats you talk to him, you say, hey, give me the at-bats. I'll be able to hit these guys.
1-0 Cardinals. Twins batting 2 on 1 out. The pitch is on the inside corner. That's a well-located fastball at 91.
Doc Jones was the same way, and that seemed like he would get lifted against certain left-handed pitchers, and eventually he established himself as a real good hitter.
Donaldson on deck. Avila at second. Celestino leads off first. Cardinals with a shift on 3, defending on the right side of second. Runners lead with 1 out. They stay, and the 2-strike pitch is a check swing. High fastball did not go as Kepler held back ball 1.
Now we're seeing a pattern there in Kim. He gets ahead of the count. He likes that elevated fastball. We've seen a couple of the guys chase. Gonzalez chased that when he was behind in the count. Nelson Cruz chased it. Donaldson chased it.
Max now 3 for 15 here in the spring. Waits for the 1-2 from Kim. And here it comes in the dirt and outside. Nicely saved by Kisner. And it skipped almost right through the right-handed hitter's box, and Kisner went down to his left and swallowed it up. And no ricochet, no deflection. And no advance from either Avila at second or Celestino at first. Twins have the home whites out today. Cardinals, the red tops, gray pants, red cap, red bill. 1-0 St. Louis, bottom of the 3rd. And now the 2-strike pitch is sky to right center field in the alley, but drifting back with the play is Thomas, and the center fielder makes the catch. And the runners do not tag. And that's out number 2. Center fielder Thomas drifting back, his momentum taking him deeper in the alley. Thought maybe Avila had a chance to try for 3rd. as the throw came back in, but retreated back to second base. So 2 on, 2 out. Now it's up to Donaldson.
Yeah, I think Avila had a real good chance to advance to third base. And really what it does, if it's that situation, now you're forced to have that first baseman play the runner, hold the runner at first base with first and third, and that opens up ground on the right side for Donaldson. But just kind of went about a third of the way down and then hustled back. Ball's deep enough. Alex could have tagged.
And then again, you don't make that third out at third, and you want to give this guy a chance to bat right with 2 on, 2 out, down 1. And the pitch is grounded to third. That's going to be glove fair near the bag, and he'll take it to the bag. That's Carpenter for the force on Avila, and that's out number 3. Twins make some noise, don't score. They strand 2 after 3. 1-0 St. Louis on your home for Twins baseball. Beautiful day here in Fort Myers. 1-0 Cardinals after 3. This portion of Twins baseball is brought to you by your select Heartland Chevy dealers. Log on to ChevyDealOnline.com to find a dealer near you. Cardinals batting in the 4th, and back of the mic, here's the 2-time champ, the great Danny Glenn.
Thank you, Corey. Good afternoon, everybody. It is going to be the number 4 hitter, Austin Dean, will lead off. Dobnik's still out there. No activity in the Twins bullpen. Depends on how quick this inning goes. He may go 5. And first pitch sinker that's in there for a strike. Dobnik's given up just 2 hits. There was an error. Allowed the runner to advance to second base. And a swing and a miss. Good slider there. Dean way out in front. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Playing Dean pretty much straight up. Outfield fairly shallow in right and center. Tapper off home plate to the netting. And still a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Dobnik making his 3rd start. He got that start against the University of Minnesota. But now came into this ballgame 6 innings, only giving up 2 hits, one of them a home run. That ball's hit high in the air left field. Rosario back. He'll turn around, and that one's out of here, up on the boom. It was something off speed and up in the zone.
It's an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
0-2 count. And Dean made the adjustment, and as we said, the wind is kind of blowing in from right center, but it's going to give any ball hit high in the air to the left field line a big boost. And that thing took off and landed deep out of the berm.
A little bit of wind aided, but I think it was gone anyway. But an 0-2 pitch that was elevated. And there's a pitch. Left-hander Williams bats. Grounded out his first time up. Hit the ball fairly hard to Donaldson, who's got the shift on him. And a swing and a foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Dobnak only gave up 1 home run last year in nearly 29 big league innings.
And here's his 1-1. And that one missed inside. Dobnik was filling in the strike zone the first couple of innings. Retired the first 6 batters, and he's not a big strikeout guy. He doesn't walk anybody. He's walked 1 in this game, Carpenter, and misfired right there outside. And I think the Carpenter walk was more to set up the ground ball double play. So 2-0 St. Louis. They come in 8-7-2 on Grapefruit League action. On a dirt backhand stop, and that's a rare walk by Dobnak. Second of the ball game, and that might get the bullpen up and working right now. And I see a catcher getting in position, so somebody's going to get loose here. Six hitters be Lane Thomas. Dobnik used that ground ball right now. Right-hander Andrew Coutura is warming right now. We send over some minor league guys as Dobnik misses inside, ball 1. Dobnik out of the stretch and delivers. There's a strike. Good pitch. Good movement. When Maddox would pitch at Wrigley Field when he was with the Cubs, he would wake up every morning and want to know which way the wind was blowing, and that would alter how he's going to pitch, either up in the zone or down in the zone. Checking a runner. Good lead. Not running. And there's strike. Nice fastball there, 92.
A long-time pitching coach for the Cubs, and then most recently the Yankees, Larry Rothschild. He had the same look on his face. You'd see him for a day game at Wrigley. Larry, how you doing? And if the wind was blowing out, he wouldn't talk, wouldn't say a whole lot. Wind was blowing in, he'd give you smiles and say, hey, it's going to be a great day.
There's certain ways. I mean, if it's blowing out, keep the ball down in the zone. And here's the pitch outside. Went to the slider. And if the wind is blowing in, go ahead and pitch it up. Let him hit it in the air.
Now, Fergie Jenkins did okay in his career pitching at Wrigley Field all those years.
Yeah.
It was okay. Not too bad.
Real good.
Hall of Famer.
There's some guys. Yeah, I mean, Sutcliffe was there. And he was all right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Get the ground ball. Broken back grounder to the shortstop. There's Polanco to the second baseman. Gonzalez back to first in time for the double play. Nice return. That's a good feed by Polanco and a good throw by Gonzalez. So that's what you're looking for right there. 6-4-3. That's pitcher's best friend. So now it'll be Kisner. He's the one who got that 1-run out of that rally going in the 3rd inning with an infield base hit. So Dobnik back to the windup. And there's a ground ball hit hard to the shortstop. Bobbled briefly and a low throw, but picked out by Sano at first base. It was the 60th pitch for Randy Dobnik. Let's see if he comes out for another inning, but the Cardinals are... So that's going to be it for Kim here. He's going to go 3 innings, only give up 2 hits, no runs. Kim didn't walk anybody. He had 4 strikeouts. He'll give way to Daniel Ponce de Leon. And big, tall, lanky right-hander. De Leon is also trying to win that 5th spot in the rotation of this St. Louis Cardinal club. So De Leon got him listed. Big kid. So about 6'4", 200 pounds. Last year, AAA Memphis, 16 starts, won 8 ball games. First batter he's going to face will be Polanco, and he delivers a fastball 94. That's in there for a strike. And the Cardinals got good starting pitching. And here's on the way to Polanco. Drops in a breaking ball that is low. Jack Flaherty breakout year last year, 11-game winner. He had 33 starts. Did not have a pitcher like a lot of clubs that threw over 200 innings. Hit into center field fairly well. Long run by Thomas, but the wind's going to kind of drift it into left center field. He'll track that down. Here's Nelson Cruz. Oh, he gets a nice hand. Well, you look at the St. Louis Cardinals, they've got Flaherty, young player there. Carlos Martinez is going to be their closer. And then you've got Dakota Hudson, 16-game winner last year. And we said Kim pitched earlier from Korea. He was a 17-game winner. Adam Wainwright, always been good. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Wasn't it? I think it was Waka that was with the Cardinals. I think he's moved on to, let's say, the Mets. And right back. Swung on a miss. Cruz. Little cutter chased.
I think back a few years ago now with St. Louis, you mentioned Waka, and even when they had Trevor Rosenthal, you know, guys that the Cardinals broke in first as relievers at the big league level, you know, back into the bullpen guys, but, you know, did not completely dismiss the fact that they could still maintain a starting career like they had in the minor leagues, but they initially broke in as bullpen arms with St. Louis.
Yeah, that was the days with Duncan as their pitching coach. Fisted foul came in on him and fought it off foul. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was Tony La Russa, Duncan. They were always together, and Duncan considered one of the better gurus of the pitching department. Also, they were together in Oakland, and then Matheny came in, and still good pitching. Yeah, boy, pitcher Ponce de Leon started to walk off the mound as looked like a pretty good pitch right on the outside corner. Did get the call. To throw another one here. Sets up outside again. Pitch on the way to Cruz and lifted foul. He felt it was tough to pitch in the wind. And having played at Candlestick Park all those years where it was windy every day. And a pitch that's hitting the air, and it's going to be shortstop calling. And shortstop fighting that wind, gets under it, does a nice job. And Sosa and puts it away.
It's neat looking around the ballpark right now. I mentioned a few times that there's so many St. Louis fans here, but just all the different names, jersey names and numbers you see, from Molina to Pujols to Wainwright to even Mike Shannon.
Yes, I saw that.
49th year broadcasting Cardinal baseball. It's such a legendary organization, and I think Willie McGee's inside the Cardinal dugout today. I've seen him on the monitor a few times.
Rosario's going to bat. First pitch up on away, ball 1. Let's pause 10 seconds. Allow our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Pitch by Ponce de Leon to Rosario, up and away, and now 2 balls and no strikes. We were talking about Rosario started the ball game. He came in here with just 1 hit, 20 at bats. Hit the ball hard his last time up, and that's kind of what you're looking for, the quality at bats. And that one's lifted foul. Worked the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Might have chased one up.
It's back-to-back at bats where he's had a 2-0 count, right? I mean, you think back to last year, you didn't see that too often, right? You didn't see that kind of count unless Eddie saw something that this guy was way off, the opposing pitcher he was facing.
And here it is right here, and a big swing and a miss. There's a good fastball right there, and Eddie came up empty. Take his helmet off. He's going to check the body parts right now, as it was a healthy cut right there. Two down, bases empty. 2-0 Cardinals. And swung on a foul tip. 94 on that fastball, so a 3-up, 3-down inning for Ponce de Leon here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Through 4. We'll be back. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Well, that's going to be it. Randy Dobnak going to go 4 innings. He gives up a couple of runs. 3 hits. One of them hits a home run. Did walk 2. And just had 2 strikeouts. So Dobnak departs. And he'll give way to the right-hander, Sergio Romo. Nice pickup last year for the Twins. High-energy guy. And he's a veteran. 11 years of big league service. And he'll be facing Sosa, the shortstop. First pitch Off speed in there for a strike. Hey, you talk to a lot of the coaches around the league, and you ask about Romo, and he's not a guy that he's going to open up the radar gun for you. You're not going to put the radar gun down. He just gets guys out. He's got a variety of different speeds, different angles. A little slider down and away, drop down a little bit. Last year, got him up from Miami. 27 games with the Twins last year. And here's the 1-1, and that's swung on a miss. A little slider just looks enticing, and it's just swing and miss. It's just got movement off the plate. Had a couple of big years with the Giants. 38 saves one year in 2013. Followed it up with 23 the following year. Since then, Tampa Bay. He did have 25 with the Tampa Bay Rays. And the pitch. He tried to come back with it, and Sosa laid off. The arm angle for Sergio gives him the movement. Righty sets, and the pitch. A fastball that lost him in the bottom part of the strike zone. Avila trying to frame it. Just got a little bit of glove on it. It trickled underneath and got the home plate umpire in the leg. Umpires usually don't like that. So run to count full, 3-2. And watching Avila. He finally got that right side down. Looked like a slider he's asking for. And the pitch, he walked him. And Romo asking the home plate umpire that ball outside. Leadoff walk. Romo now, he wants to know who he's going to work with. Ground ball back to him. And looks like it's going to be Gonzalez. He's going to play 3 on the left side of the diamond. He's near second base. Here's the number 9 hitter. And a quick throw over as Sosa dives back. Rogowski bats. He had an RBI ground out his last time up. AAA player last year, 117 ball games, hit 15 home runs. And a strike. And Romo said something to the home plate umpire on that 3-2 slider off the plate. Told him don't give up on that. To a veteran umpire in Brian Honora, and sure enough, he throws that pitch and a few inches off the plate, and he gets the call now. Keeping an eye on the runner Sosa at first base. Cardinals up 2-0. Top half of the 5th inning. There's 3 hits for the Cardinals, 2 for the Twins. The runner goes, ground ball over the head of Romo. Going to be fielded by Gonzalez. The only out is at first base. So Cardinals, they playing that brand of baseball. Fun to watch. Little hit and run. Nice play by Gonzalez. Mike Schilt is the manager of this Cardinal ball club. Mike Matheny, when he was fired, let go that Schilt was a bench coach or a coach on the staff, and they slid him in there as interim, and he's been there ever since. So top of the order will be up to Carpenter. And the first pitch, he gets away from Avila. He blocks that one. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Should be a pass ball. I'm going to put a pass ball. And allows that runner to go to third base. Now they'll be forced to play the infield in. So infield in, they got 3 on the right side. Nobody at shortstop right now. A big hole over there. Carpenter takes it over the plate, but low. Like Carpenter probably be playing third base. He's bounced around over his career. Third, second, first, and off speed in there for a strike taken.
And Tommy Edman, he'll play somewhere, somehow. Some third, some other infield spots. Switch hitting infielder was really good with St. Louis last year. But Carpenter is, penciled in right now. Dealt with some back tightness again this spring to be the Cardinal opening day third baseman.
It's too valuable. He scores runs. He does a lot. When we saw him, he was scuffling. And pitch outside. Romo misfired there. Now falling behind, 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out.
You're not kidding. That was in 2018. Twins and Cardinals played early in the year in St. Louis, and Carpenter was horrendous. In fact, he was not playing. They took him out of the lineup. But then when St. Louis came back to visit Target Field later in the year, Carpenter, he looked really good.
He ended up with 36 home runs, drove in 81. And big pitch right here, and he walked him. So Romo has walked 2 here in this inning. There's Max Schrock, 85 games at AAA last year. 2 homers, 31 driven in. They're still going to play the 3 on the right side of the infield. Polanco near the bag at second, but infield somewhat in. And that ball's hit high in the air, right field. Kepler back. He'll have room. And everybody's tagging up, throwing to second base. And now the Cardinals sack fly RBI lead 3-0. Nice play there by Kepler, and then quickly getting it back into the infield, or else the runner at first was trying to tag in Carpenter. So a walk, pass ball, and scores on a sac fly. Ravello's going to bat 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Ground ball should be 2. Donaldson, he'll pick it up. Well, there was 2 outs. He's going to take the out at first base. So nice job there. The bounce back is Sergio Romo. He's going to come off the field talking. We did walk 2. And they had another one here. So they're up now 3-0. We'll be back. Twins coming to bat. Hey, Twins season ticket plans are flexible and as affordable as ever. The new Flex 40 plan features a bank of 40 mobile vouchers. They're redeemable through your phone or computer. Catch any game using as many vouchers as you want. Go to twinsbaseball.com/season tickets. Miguel Sano will lead off. Twins trail 3-0. First pitch from Ponce de Leon is in there for a strike. Between innings, he said that the first batter that Romo faced after he walked him, he said something to the home plate umpire about don't give up on that. Sano swings fooled badly on a breaking ball. And now no balls and 2 strikes. Romo came off the field. And usually he'll wait for his catcher and they'll walk off together. Not the case. He was talking loud to the home plate umpire and went in the dugout and eventually came back out. And a pitch high and away. And he came back out having a discussion with the home plate umpire Brian Honora, who walked over toward the Twins dugout. Rocco Baldelli also had to come out. It was kind of in between them. It wasn't heated, but they were both trying to get their point across. And a pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So not sure if there's leads to anything, but you're a veteran like Romo. He talk all the time. There's a 2-2 to Sano. Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Said Romo talked to that first About the first batter when he walked him, he told the umpire, don't give up on that. Meaning don't give up on that pitch. Stay with it. And a 3-2. Fisted foul. Get in the booth. Nope.
Not too far away.
It'd be fun to have one kind of ricochet around in here. You guys, all your high-tech stuff up and running.
Computer.
Yeah, everything. And just kind of
microphone.
Shatter something, you know. Break it. And right back, 3-2. Look out. Up and in. Almost hit Sano, but take the walk. The Twins have a runner on with nobody out. Here's Marwin Gonzalez.
Sano earned that. Down 2 strikes.
I think it's a combination. When you look at that, if you're the hitting coach, good at bat. If you're the pitching coach for the Cardinals, it's a poor performance in that you were ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and you allowed him to kind of get back, and then you walked him. This pitch gets away from the catcher. It's going to allow Sano to advance to second base. So probably another pass ball.
Oh, the Miles Michael is hurt. 2 guys competing for the number 5 spot. We've seen now back-to-back. Kim was really good, and now we're seeing Ponce de Leon to be on the Cardinals roster in the rotation to start the year.
Comes right over the top, lanky right-hander, but that ball, boy, goat-headed there by the catcher. Wants it inside on Marwin as he checks Sano dancing off second base, and that one's popped up. In the infield, third base, long run left fielder. Wynn's going to play havoc. Here comes the left fielder, and he's going to call everybody off. Nice play by Justin Williams. He had a long way to run and saw that third baseman was twisted around. The shortstop was playing way over by second base. Boy, you're running out there, you're waiting for hear somebody's voice, and you finally hear that left fielder call for it. And it's so much easier for a left fielder to catch that ball. He's coming in, whereas that third baseman or shortstop, you know, back to the infield. Got turned around a little bit, plus the wind. Here's Avila to bat. Sano at second, 1 out. Avila hit the ball hard his first time up. Playing in the 7th game. Couple of RBIs. As Ponce de Leon delivers up and away. Avila most likely going to play about 60 ball games. Behind the plate, most of the duties is going to go to Mitch Garver. Breakout year last year for Mitch. And a pitch. Breaking ball missed down and in.
Well, Danny, some good news in the injury front. Byron Buxton tomorrow will face live pitching for the first time. A live BP session is set for Byron. We're at the complex tomorrow. He was in the cage the other day tracking Jake Odorizzi, but we'll have some live BP work tomorrow as he's working his way back from the shoulder injury that ended his season.
He's been able to do all the other stuff and run around a little bit and catch some balls, so it's just a matter of catching up with the offensive part of the game. And Avila fouls that one into the netting. And you remember last year they tried to have Buxton just be a defensive replacement late in the ball game, and also pinch ran a couple of times. And you know, he was wearing one of those football, I guess, a apparatus that would prevent your arm from getting in a position where it would hurt, almost like, you know, goes around your bicep and then around your chest, kind of holds it down a little bit. And I remember he dove back to first base, and that was it. That was the indicator. He said, nope, done. And a swing and a miss by Avila. And after that, Byron elected to have surgery. Needed surgery. It's been a long process. I understand this surgery is similar to what, or the same as what Adrianza had a few years ago. And Adrianza, remember, he could not bat right-handed. Avila bats here, left-handed with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 1 out, Sano at second, and timeout call.
I remember, too, with playing the Royals late last year at Alberto Mondesi. It was the game against the Twins. He was dealing with a shoulder injury, and he tried to rehab his way through it, and then he dove for a ball, and the hole it short, and he needed surgery, and he's coming back from that.
And that's what happens. Your instincts take over. You think you can play under control, but when the instincts kick in, it's tough.
That's why, you know, we saw this earlier in Sano's career. Remember, he had a hamstring injury, and they would tell him, hey, don't run it 100%.
Don't run, yep.
But that's hard to do, right? In the heat of the moment, you're trying to make a play for your team, not to hustle and run at your max speed to try to make a play.
Yeah, and your reaction is, okay, there's maybe an infield base hit, and you take off hard, and then, okay, you know, the injury is going to remind you. Avila having a good at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's trying to get on the board, trailing 3-0 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And a pitch down and in. Nice block there by Kisner, the catcher for the Cardinals. And run the count full 3-2. The Cardinals, looks like they're going to open the season against Cincinnati and then take on Milwaukee, and then they're going to have their home opener, and they're going to have Baltimore in town again. Pitcher taking too much time. Ponce de Leon and Avila call a timeout. Curious to see how improved Cincinnati really is. Big pitch coming up here to Avila. And a 3-2, and it's up and away, and he walked him. He walks to no, got Gonzalez to pop up, and now
center fielder,
so 2 on by way of a walk, and now Celestino bats. He hit a base hit to right field his first time up. Celestino's getting a lot of playing time. This is his 10th ball game. He has a homer, 3 driven in. Whole power. Sano short lead, safe lead at second base. And a pitch. Slow tapper foul. In the Cardinals, we saw it here, hit and run is stealing. They were 24th in home runs last year. They are not a team that hits a ton of home runs. And a pitch down and away, and another ball gets away from the catcher. And the Cardinals, they used to be a team, and they had Pujols, McGuire. Matt Carpenter was on that, had some big numbers. Still just 1 out and missed down and in. Kepler due up next. Celestino bats with the count of 2-1. And a ground ball hit hard to the shortstop. Nice play. Underhand flip to the second baseman, back to first for the double play. That ball was scorched. And a nice play by the shortstop, Sosa. For the Cardinals, they turn the double play. Twins lead 1. We've completed 5, and it's still 3-0 St. Louis on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, group outings at Target Field, a great way to have fun with your team, school, church, and more. Groups of 20 or more qualify for the special ticket discount. And also reserve traditional seats without a deposit. For more on a group outing, call 800-33-TWINS. Go to their website. It's twinsbaseball.com/groups. The pitcher is right-hander Tyler Clippard. So Romo, 1 inning, gives up a run. Had a couple of walks, didn't give up any hits. And the first pitch right over the top, strike one. Clippard signed in the offseason. He'll be pitching out of the Twins bullpen last year with the Cleveland Indians. Year before that, Toronto. And a changeup lifted high in the air down the left field line. Shortstop Polanco, and on the warning track. Runs it down. That wind kept blowing it near the fence. Stayed with it. One out. And here's Justin Williams. There's Clippard. Goes to the windup, and there's a line drive. That's going to land for a base hit in center field. So Williams picks up his first hit, and that's going to get Lane Thomas. New Cardinals this year, Austin Dane. Kim, who started the ball game today. Ricardo Sanchez, left-handed pitcher, gone. Is Joe Hudson, Jose Martinez, and Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna held out for a while, and also Michael Wacha. So one out, one on. 3-0. And a changeup missed down and away. Got some non-roster players like a lot of teams. Bring a ton of guys into camp. So Williams at first base, pretty good lead. As Clippard sets, delivers, and pulled foul out in front of that fastball. Brent Rooker, new outfielder for the Minnesota Twins. There's some left field. Rosario out still. Third base, Donaldson. Polanco at short. Marwin Gonzalez at second base. Sano at first. Celestino in center, and Kepler in right field. Avila still behind the plate as Clippard checks a runner, and a changeup. Boy, where'd that miss? And they're going to say yes, he went around on it. Set at the chest and delivers. Breaking ball missed outside. And again, Clippard wanted to know where that was, so their pattern here. Brian O'Nora not giving him the outside corner. Thomas, 75 games at AAA last year. Runner goes, and it's lifted in the air. It's going to be Donaldson at third base, and now in foul territory. As soon as that ball went up, he looked to see where Polanco was. He wasn't sure. That ball looked like it started off in the shortstop position. Little hit and run by the Cardinals, so that may be part of their makeup this year. Lack of home run power. You got to manufacture runs another way. Kisner bats. A little time last year with the big club. And a quick throw over as Williams dives back. Two down bases, or one runner on. And that ball's pulled foul down the left field line. The Cardinals, they always seem to have some up-and-coming prospects. And always seems to be the pitching part of it.
Per MLB.com, guy batting right now, the 4th highest prospect in the Cardinals system, the catcher Kisner.
Runner goes, line drive up the middle. It's going to be missed by Marwin Gonzalez. And it's going to trickle out into shallow center field. No chance for Williams to advance. He was running on the play. And Marwin Gonzalez just a sinking liner. And Gonzalez could be charged with an error on that.
I thought for a moment that they might, penalize Gonzalez with obstruction.
I think they will if he continues to go and is thrown out at third base.
Yeah, you're right. The lead runner has to continue.
Yes.
He just can't stop and hope for the call. He has to continue his running to advance an additional 90 feet.
So the inning stays alive, and now Williams in scoring position. Kisner hit that ball hard, but it had some sink to it. And a changeup, and that misses low. The Cardinals, it says they have 4 hits on the board. This is going to be an E4. And right back. And a swing and a miss to Sosa. Kind of like this kid here, too, that the shortstop Sosa made a nice play to start that double play. That ball was off the bat of Celestino. So Clipper trying to get the guys in the dugout here in the top half of the 6th inning. And a swing and a miss right after him, and he came up empty. Announced today, Dick Bramer was signing autographs to his new book. Saw a little bit of it in the Dominican, and now it's being here, and he was signing earlier at the ballpark. And a pitch in tight. Game used. And one thing about that, he now has a game used baseball on his desk when he broadcasts a game now. And it looked like something you'd get at the garage sale.
Okay, here's the book right now if you're watching on Fox Sports North. Waiting for my autograph copy, but here it is.
And a little pop-up. He didn't autograph that for you?
No.
Celestino will put that one away as the Cardinals threaten and come up empty. 1 hit, 2 left on. Twins going to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Kepler, Donaldson, Polanco down 3-0. We'll be back. Back at Hammond Stadium, 3-0. St. Louis got one in the 3rd, one in the 4th, one in the 5th. They've committed a couple of errors. Twins with just 2 hits here this afternoon. South Korean Kwang Hyun Kim started for the Cardinals. He was 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Ponce de Leon on the mound right now to Kepler, and he fouls this one straight back.
I have to apologize. I inaccurately reported that the Duke did not sign my book when in fact he did. So I apologize for that, but a very nice message from the Duke, and congratulations on his new book.
Max 0 for 2 here this afternoon. Pitch down and in, has a dance out of the way. Tomorrow they travel over to Clearwater, take on the Phillies, and a pitch up and away.
Sean Poppin's going to start that one for the Twins, and Zach Wheeler will throw for the Phillies. Former Met, Trevor May now warming up in the Twins bullpen.
Yeah, the Phillies, they made some adjustments here. They didn't do what they were supposed to last year. As Kepler peels it straight back. And tough division I think they're in. Phillies got Harper, of course, to that big, huge contract. It's funny because Harper leaves Washington Nationals. Nationals win the World Series. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kepler. And ball hit well into right center field, but the wind's been holding this up, and it'll hold it up there. There's Dean out there, tracks it down, so Kepler's hit a couple balls hard. Nothing to show for it. And here's Donaldson to bat. But this Cardinal team here in 2018, they made a ton of errors. And cleaned it up last year. They had the fewest errors from a team last year in just 66. And their second baseman, Colton Wong, he won a Gold Glove for him. As Donaldson, it just went high in the air down the left field line, and the wind will move that one out of play. I think that's something the Cardinals have always taken pride in, is their defense, but 2018 they were horrendous.
But they were just incredibly strong up the middle last year, from DeYoung at short to Colton Wong at second. Harrison Bader,
center fielder, really good defender. Donaldson bats, no balls and a strike. And a tapper down the third base line, lightly hit. It's going to be a tough play. And third baseman, no play on it. He just picked it up barehanded. That's Evan Mendoza, and it'll go as an infield base hit.
Pitch runner 2 for Josh as his day is over.
Maggi.
Looks like Drew Maggi is going to run for Donaldson, and indeed is the move.
Polanco bats his third at bat. Flew out to center field last time up. He's playing in his 4th game, so Polanco will not travel, I do not believe, tomorrow. And a quick throw over and a dive back by Maggi. You're just looking at the schedule tomorrow. Off day here, radio. And then they back Wednesday. We've got the Atlanta Braves, and then Thursday, Baltimore.
Night game.
Yeah, here. It's a 6:05 start back home, and then Friday, Pittsburgh, off day. Not going to Bradenton, but you don't travel anymore. The last road trip Corey Provis made was yesterday to JetBlue. Fly ball left field, Williams back. And Williams made a nice little running catch. No panic there. And I'm being, again, corrected. It happens every day up here. The last game, our last broadcast, Sunday, is against the Red Sox over at JetBlue. So Corey Provis will have to make that road trip. You've got the same schedule as Joe Mauer did when he played.
Pretty good, right?
Are you?
It's a good deal. What do you think I learned from?
Mauer.
Number 7.
Yeah, here's Cruz. For 2. Ponce de Leon. There was a breaking ball that's in the dirt, blocked. Just 2 hits today.
Are you traveling elsewhere? Where are your road games remaining here?
I go to Tampa. I go to Northport and Port Lucie.
These are for games or just for leisure?
Well, for leisure.
Okay, but not for games.
I'm going to see the game.
Oh, you are going for the game.
Pop up to the shortstop. We'll take care of this. Let me 2 innings. 3-0 Cardinals. We'll be back on your home for Twins baseball. Back here at Hammond Stadium, its new pitcher is going to be Trevor May. A couple other changes. Marwin Gonzalez looking out here. He looks like he's the only guy that is still in the ball game that started the game, and I guess Celestino is too. But the new pitcher is going to be Trevor May. New broadcaster is going to be Corey Provis.
All right, Danny, thank you. So it is indeed Trevor May here in the 7th inning. Twins are down 3-0. Cardinals batting. As Nogowski leads off, May with a high fastball, empty cut, 95 in the radar gun, 0-1 count on Nogowski. Trevor May, along with Jorge Polanco, now the 2 longest tenured Twins. Polanco debuted June of 2014, May that same year, but in August. And now the 0-1, off speed, a strike. Slider 85, no balls and 2 strikes the count. Fastball, slider, curve, change is what Trevor May features. Relied heavily on his 4-seam fastball last year. Roughly 62% of the time he threw that 4-seam fastball mid to upper 90s. And now the 0-2 pitch, he got him, 96. And Nogowski strikes out swinging. And quickly 1 out. Trevor May, if you recall, too early last season, it was odd. And he even opened up about it that he just felt, you know, almost biomechanically that his kinetic chain was just off. And he saw that in the results. His walk rate was climbing. His strikeout rate per 9 was down. And the pitch is off the outside corner. And that is ball 1. We're joined now by Twins first baseman Miguel Sano.
What up?
Dugout. How are you, my friend?
I'm really good, my friend. How are you?
Great to visit with you. First baseman Miguel Sano. How does that sound to you?
That's pretty good, you know. Try to have some fun down there, make a play, and try to put my teammate got fun with me in the different in the infield.
Ground ball to short. Routine play for Jack Reinheimer. Throws out Mendoza, quickly 2 out. Chatting with Miguel Sano here. And I had a great chat, Miguel, with Justin Morneau on the field today during batting practice. He's been one of many guys you've leaned on here in camp to learn from.
Yeah, you know, we work every day on first base. We work, we hold the runner. We work in, when I try to make a double play, try to stay low and move my feet. And, you know, that's a big opportunity and do it every day.
Matt Schrock, the batter, 0 for 2 with an RBI today. Cardinals lead 3-0, 2 down here in the 7th.
Miguel, how much fun was it going to the Dominican Republic the other day? And in particular, the batting practice. Watched you and Nelson Cruz take batting practice in front of your crowd there.
During batting practice, we put a really good show. You know, try to hit a center field of the screen. Well, he hit it more far a little bit, and you know, big moment down there, big experience in front of my family, from everybody in DR, for the fans, and I want to see like a big city. We play down there, and that's something we love it.
Hey, Trevor May strikes out the batter Schrock quickly at a fastball at 97. Miguel, can you stick around for a bit more?
Yeah.
All right, Miguel, we're going to take a break, come back. We'll chat more with Miguel Sano. 1-2-3 7th for May. Cardinals by 3 on your home for Twins baseball. Cardinals on top 3-0. Twins batting in the home 7th, and Brent Rooker could not check a swing against Ponce de Leon. It's an 0-1 count. Corey and Danny upstairs as Miguel Sano kind enough to stick around for one more half inning.
Yeah.
Enjoying the game now from the dugout after starting at first base today. And Miguel, your stat line today with a walk. He bounced out to short. Are you trying to look at pitches here and not just always hit home runs, but are you trying to just track some pitches too this point of spring training?
Yeah, I try to track the pitches, but you know, I don't worry about three base hit, double, triple, homer. I just try to, I got my routine with Nelson. We try to hit the ball hard in spring training and try to make a good contact and feel good off the play. You know, that's more important than me and Nelson.
Strike 2 on Rooker. Now the 1-2 pitch, and that's a breaky ball that I guess missed. And now 2-2 count. You mentioned that routine with Nelson Cruz. Give us an idea of what exactly that is and what goes into it day in and day out.
During the season, we working on the tee. Like, we have a ball, we hit in the cage. They have a lot of stuff we use in the leg and foot and ankle to stay straight to the ball. You know, you don't open quick, so you recognize the pitch, change up, breaking ball, fastball, whatever they throw. You know, you're ready for make a good contact. So that's what more we're working here right now.
2-2 on Brent Rooker, and the pitch. Line drive, smack to right center field, base hit for Rooker. He could really swing it. Strong hitter. Was limited last year to only 65 games in the minor leagues because of a couple of injuries, groin and wrist. So a good start here as he begins the inning with a single to right center.
Miguel, how is it working with the new hitting coach here in Edgar Varela? And what is he bringing, and what's his message to you?
He bring a lot of good stuff, you know, here. He's a kind of hitting coach, like he work more mentality, because hitting is more mentality than everything, you know what I mean? Yeah, he talk about fundament, about working with the count, stuff like that, you know. He bring me like good positive energy when I go to the play, and that's pretty good hitting coach, you know. Hank and Rudy is a really good team for work here for the hitters.
Ryan Jeffers is the batter. His first at bat came into catch last half inning for Trevor May. Jeffers takes a strike. 3-0 St. Louis. Rooker at first, nobody out in the home seventh as Jeffers smacks one foul behind the plate. Good pass. And that pitch at 91, no balls and 2 strikes. The count to Ryan Jeffers from Raleigh, North Carolina, second-round pick in 2018. The 59th overall selection. Jeffers put up a really good season last year. Beginning at Fort Myers, wrapped up at AA Pensacola. And the 0-2, weak ground ball back to the mound. Fielded by De Leon, who goes second for 1. The return is in time. That's a double play. Goes 1-4-3. And just like that, there are 2 down. For those that don't recall, and let's go down memory lane if we can here, and when the Twins were in the market to sign Josh Donaldson, how involved were you, Miguel, in making sure that he was comfortable with coming over to the Twins, but also playing third base and you moving over to first?
When the team told me, right around when Rocco called me, Chad Levine, when they told me they want to sign Donaldson, I told him, doesn't matter. If I need to go play first, I go and play. I love my team. I love my teammates, my coaches, and the staff. And then as soon as they told me, I told them, I can play first base. I'm ready to play everywhere. And we want to win the World Series. Doesn't matter we want to play. The only I need to do, try to hit my ball and do my job and catch the ball when I play, and make it out. So I love the game. I love my teammates, and if I need to give it a position, I give it to him, because I'm not like a bad person, bad player, So I do everything good.
I want to ask you, Miguel, about the toughest part about taking over at first base. Is there a play left to the right? I mean, there's the flip to the pitcher covering first base. What do you find that's the toughest play over there for you?
Everything's in the mind, I work with Tony Diaz and Morno, and Kudayer played third base, and he moved it to first. And he told me about it, and nothing is tough. So depending how you take it, how's your mentality. So I take it to the right spot, and I go play in first base. In first base, you only need to be low, and working, try to move your feet.
1-2 on Gonzalez, and the pitch is popped up. Infield, right side, shallow, playable. The catcher out. Now the first baseman coming in down the line, but the pitcher, Ponce Leon, makes the catch. With his cap coming off, about halfway up the first base
Miguel,
line.
you saw how they don't execute it like that, right?
Yeah.
Pitcher,
got it.
You would have ran that guy over.
Yeah, I punch it.
Hey, Miguel, thanks as always for the time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my man, all the time.
We thank Miguel Sano, one of the best, for joining us here in the 7th. Twins go down 1-2-3 despite the single, erasing the double play, and the Cardinals still lead by 3. 8th inning coming up on your home for Twins baseball. Nothing in favor of the Cardinals. 8th inning begins. New pitcher out of the Twins. Righty Zach Littell coming off a good year. A strike to Ravello, and the 0-1 is grounded to the left side of the infield. Bobbled by the third baseman. Recovers, sets, and throws across in time. Drew Maggi makes that play. And Ravello is out number 1. Well, you've perfected your 7th inning stretch, but this portion of Twins baseball is always brought to you by the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel. Learn more about their seashells at FortMyersSanibel.com. So Ravello grounds out. So third, some defensive changes here for the Twins. So Maggie now at third, Jack Reinheimer at short. Travis Blankenhorn, the second baseman. Gabe Snyder now at first as Littell misses up and in at 92, ball one. Right fielder is Matt Wallner. Still Celestino in center, Rooker in left, and Jeffers doing the catching. Great day for baseball. Pitch is no doubt packed as well today. The 1-0 is outside and high. Now 2 balls and no strikes on Austin Dean. 1 for 3 today with a home run. Homeward off Randy Dobnak. Cardinals got 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. And scored again in the fifth. And a 2-0 pitch, and that's snubbed foul up the first base line. And a 2-1 count. Dobnak, 4 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits. He walked, 2 struck out to Romo. Worked the fifth and gave up a run on 2 walks. Clippard a scoreless 6th. Trevor May breezed with a 1-2-3 7th, striking out 2, and now it's Littell on here for the 8th inning. Littell, 4-seam fastball, slider. Not really going to throw a cutter much anymore, but going to rely on 4-seam slider. And the 2-1, swinging a foul, hung on to by Jeffers. Fastball at 93, a 2-2 count. Littell poised to be on his first ever opening day roster. Still just 24 years old. Here's Littell. And the 2-2 pitch fouled back. Came up again, and that time Dean was ready for it, but popped it off the net behind the plate. Littell acquired from the Yankees for Jaime Garcia back in 2017. 2-2 pitch is ripped to left on a line towards the corner, base hit, fair ball. It'll bang off the 330 side as Rooker gets it back in. So Dean with a second hit, both for extra bases, a homer, now a double, a 2-hit day. And the Cardinals have a runner at second, 1 down, 8th inning. And the St. Louis Cardinals with a 3-0 lead. And thanks again to Miguel Sano for joining us, and he brought up the name Kadire and also Morneau. And chatting with Justin during batting practice today, we got into the discussion about working with Miguel, and he said his hands will be fine. He's athletic. But what's going to be a challenge for him is, as Williams steps in, takes outside ball 1, when you're playing third base, Danny, you try to get every ball you can. Right, you're trying to go to your left, to your right, of course, but any ball to the hole, you think you can make that play. But now as a first baseman, you can't always have that same mentality, thinking that, A, we might be shifted over, but if I vacate, am I going to get back in time to cover first base if my pitcher can't? And there's a pitch over but missing somewhere on Williams, 2 balls and no strikes.
And how many times in the years past with certain pitchers just have a tough time? I think of Hughes had a tough time covering first base. Lance Lynn, he seemed to have a tough time. There was a little bit of a delay there. So, yes, that's why it's important that if Sano over there at first base, and all you do is remind the pitcher.
Ball 3 down and inside.
And that is, hey, you're a few feet away and just, hey, remind you, hey, you got to get over. You got to get over. Because more times than not, when they do that shift, they bring Sano off the line. And he's playing almost like on the infield grass as a second baseman, 3 on the left side of the diamond. So it's imperative that the pitcher has to cover first base.
Cardinals by 3, and Littell's 3-0 pitch, and there's a strike. Fastball taking all the way. Williams now 3-1. And even the communication between, say, Sano and Arise is going to be worth watching. On a ground ball in the hole between first and second, does Miguel go after it, or does Arise think that I'm not going to go to my left because I think Miguel's going to make that play to his right? And on that ball in the hole between the 2 defenders is also something that they'll have to work on.
Corey, that's all a matter of, okay, I know Arise where he's at as that pitch is being played, and you kind of do put a little imaginary line in the dirt saying anything hit on the other side of that dirt, I'm going to have to go, he can get it. Anything on my side of it, I have to go get it. Pitcher's got to cover. But sometimes it's that, I'm going to get it. Oh, nope, I got to get back to first base. and then it's a sprint to get to the bag and turn around and then wait for the throw.
Dean off second, 1 out, 3-0 St. Louis, and the 3-2 pitch, line drive. That's off the glove of the first baseman, Snyder. It rolls out into right field. Everybody's safe. To third goes Dean. Hit hard, but Snyder at first base was there to make the play. Could not complete the catch. Got his glove, and the ball died in the grass in shallow right. And St. Louis now has runners at the corner, still 1 out for the center fielder, Lane Thomas. That'll be an error. That's the third Twins error. So Thomas is 0 for 3, a double play ball back in the fourth. Littell could use one right now. Infield about halfway as he throws to first, and they got him picked off on a perfect throw. Littell threw low right at the corner of the bag and just off the dirt. And Snyder reached down, caught it, and then applied the tag and then almost hurdled the runner. Williams lunging back for the bag. Boy, a great throw, quick pickoff, and just perfectly located there from Littell, 2 down. Now the infield backs up. Runner at third, Thomas waits, hits right-handed. And the pitch is over in low, ball 1. Something else that Morneau mentioned, too, that he advised Miguel to do is the first game of every series, go out and judge the lip of the grass and how the ball is going to read off that lip. And the cutout. And the 1-0 pitch, a swing and a foul hung on to by Jeffers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, Morneau told me that when he was playing, he would have, Gardy or Scott Olger bring a fungo bat out and hit the ball because he wanted more speed and more pace, even spin. He said you can do that or just have your guys throw it. Coaches or teammates throw the ball off the lip of the grass. And the 1-1 high fastball, empty cut. And now it's a 1-2 count. But that was something Morneau did every series. The first game of every series he would go out and work on. And he would spend time, 10, 15 minutes on just reading the spin and the hop off the lip of the grass all year long. 3-0 St. Louis, 8th inning, 2 down. And the 1-2 pitch is high. Fastball at 94, 2-2.
There's always things that the coaches come out and do, and that, like you said, they want to find out about that lip. In most ball fields, there's not much of a lip. The transition is pretty smooth. The other thing they do is they stand at home plate and they'll roll the ball down the third base line, first base line to see if it's going to stay in fair territory or not.
That was a Molitor move, right? He would do that
everybody. Because if you had a team that had 2 or 3 guys that could bunt, you wanted to be able to, okay, here's where I need you to go. Because a lot of grounds crew will kind of taper it. If they don't have a team that bunts, they'll taper it to where everything rolls foul.
Cardinals by 3. Littell in the 8th inning, now a full count on Thomas, and the 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. That's what Jeffers wanted, high fastball, but Thomas did not chase. So it's a walk, and the Cardinals once again put 2 on, still 2 out. And now Kisner, the Cardinal catcher, has been on twice today, reached on an error. And also singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. Scored the first run of the game today.
Corey, we used to go every ballpark a little bit different in the outfield, and we would always have our outfield coach would hit us ground balls in the outfield because sometimes the way they cross-cut the grass, as that ball starts to slow down, it actually kind of snakes in the grass. And none of the outfielders really like that, but they do it for looks. When it's on TV, it looks real pretty.
Littell misses high, ball 1 to Kisner.
Yeah, we look out here right now. They've got a kind of a darker stripe out into center field, lighter stripes into left center field and right center field. So it's all the cosmetic, the look of it. But you talk to an outfielder, they do not like that cross-cut grass.
It's with Littell's 22nd pitch, the 1-0 pitch, a fly ball foul, slicing right field line towards the berm, and that's going to work its way into that packed area. Down the right field line. Now 1-1. Pitch count at 22, as I mentioned. So with that, Twins bullpen is active. A right-hander is out there.
I think the teams would do is they'd go out in front of home plate. We used to go play the Texas Rangers. They had a bunch of sinker ball pitchers, in particular Kevin Brown. And Bobby Valentine would always kind of get the rototiller out and chop up in front of home plate and put some sand in there. So anytime Kevin Brown pitched, he hit a ball in the dirt out in front of home plate. It stopped right there.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Kisner. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball up and inside, tied up the hitter. It's a 1-2 count. Andrew Coutura is the righty warming in the Twins bullpen. He was up earlier today. Dobnak, Romo, Clippard, May, now Littell. Cardinals 3, Twins nothing. Twins have no runs on 4 hits. And here's the 1-2 pitch, ground ball back to the mound. Speared by Littell. Turn, lob, underhand to first, out number 3. Cardinals don't score. They strand 2. We have completed 7 1/2 innings. In Fort Myers, St. Louis 3, Twins nothing. This is Minnesota Twins baseball. Cardinals on top 3-0. Back with Dan Glad and Corey Probus on a beautiful day here in Southwest Florida. Twins and the Redbirds. Cardinals have the lead right now, 3-0. Daniel Paz de Leon in relief of the starter, Kwang Young Kim, and both have fared well today. Jack Reinheimer will lead off the 8th inning. Reinheimer now at short. And the strike is taken by Jack. A fastball at 91. It's an 0-1 count. Twins have 4 hits. And that's it. And the 0-1 off speed, strike 2. Celestino is on deck. Looks like Cody Stashak is up in the Twins pen, as he will likely have the 9th inning. And the 0-2 pitch, bounced foul. Still 0-2 the count. Danny mentioned earlier the upcoming schedule for the Twins and for us. So we'll broadcast an hour end tomorrow, and then Danny is on assignment for a few days, a well-earned assignment. And then joining us in the booth Wednesday and Thursday, the great Jim Cott. Is a breaking ball that stays high and inside.
Cat wrote a book too, didn't he? Yeah. I got that as well. Are you going to read Dick's book, Game Used, at some point during the season?
I will.
Or before we break camp?
1-2 is popped up, foul, right side behind the dugout, and that's a souvenir. No, I don't. Well, I don't think it'll be during camp, but I will absolutely give that a read during the season. Duke is around today. Did a book signing before the game.
He did. He gave one to Gardy, and he took one down to the Dominican and gave one to Gardy. And Gardy asked for another book, and he said, why? He goes, I'm going to need more pages to take into my bathroom.
It's outside. 2-2 count.
As only Gardy can say it.
How does he feel about his Tiger team?
You know, I had a great conversation with Rick Anderson and Joe Vavra and Gardy.
All 3 outside.
You know, they feel that they got to stay healthy, got to get some production. They feel good with Crone and Jonathan Scope. Those guys are established big leaguers. Miguel Cabrera is going to be key as to if he can stay healthy and produce.
3-2 pulled foul.
Yeah, but it's going to come down to their pitching. And, you know, they've got, I think is it Fulmer that's coming back? And, you know, if they can stay healthy. We saw Norris pitch. I think they may be using him as a more of a long relief guy, or use him as an opener.
Yeah. Again, the 3-2 pitch is strike 3 call. Fastball that Reinheimer thought was low. Clocked at 94. Instead, it's on number 1. A strikeout for Paz de Leon. 3-0 St. Louis. Twins Spring Training Baseball is always live with the MLB.com at Bat mobile app. Stay connected all spring with radio broadcast, stats, news, video highlights, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. 3-0 St. Louis, and now Celestino with the bases empty. Off speed, a strike called from Ponce de Leon. Celestino 1 for 2. Hit the ball hard his last time up, but the Cardinals turned 2 anyway. Back-to-back breaking balls. Strike 2 on Alberto. Now for Detroit, just wondering if this will be the year. First, the 0-2 is on the way. Ground ball back to the mound. A jumping catch made by Ponce de Leon. A lob to first. Quickly 2 out. You know, in the minor leagues, they're about pitching. And frontline pitching is coming. Casey Mize, former #1 overall pick. Will we see him at some point? Matt Manning, another promising young starting pitcher in the Tiger system that seems to be any help that Detroit's going to get is going to be initially from their system, and it's going to be on the pitching front. The starting staff. Now, if and when that happens, time will tell. Swing a fly ball, left field near the line. Williams over to his right, has the play, makes the catch. And that's out number 3. As the Twins go down 1, 2, and 3 here in the 8th inning. 9th inning coming up. Stashak coming in. All St. Louis. 3-0 Cardinals on your home for Twins baseball. That was Matt Wallner who made the final out for the Twins. Wallner took over and right earlier in the game. And now Cody Stashak, who has been fantastic here and is on for the 5th time. Stashak in 6 innings has struck out 9 hitters and no walks. This from a guy last year who in his big league debut 25 innings walked only 1 man, struck out 25. And Mundo Sosa leads off the Cardinal 9th. St. Louis on top 3-0. Sosa has been on twice with a single, a walk, and a run. Officially 1 for 2 today. Stashak, the right-hander, deals 1-0. Slider strike, fastball, sliders what Cody Stashak features. 13th round pick back in 2015. Cody 6'2", 180. From New Jersey. And the 1-1 lifted foul right side off to the right of Mr. Hammer. And now the count moves to 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch chopped to short. 2-hopper waiting back is Reinheimer. Gloves and the Twins spelled out on the front of his jersey and throws out. Sosa for out number 1. Danny, we were chatting last inning about Detroit, but staying within the AL Central, right? What have you made of what the White Sox have done here this offseason, in the sense that not just who they signed in free agency, but also locking up some of their young players to long-term deals?
I think it started when they brought back Abreu here, and they brought him back into the fold. They've added Encarnacion. These are all veteran guys.
Popped up. Migalski batting right behind second base, and Blankenhorn in, but the shortstop Reinheimer will take charge on the infield grass. 2 down.
They brought in a catcher. I think he was from the Dodgers. Just signed him to a nice contract. And there's more emphasis now on a catcher handling a pitching staff, because they've got some young pitchers, and if they can kind of stay true, they brought in the veteran Keuchel, and you know, so he's going to be a Mark Burley type guy, and you know, I think that their third baseman's going to finally have that kind of breakout year if he didn't have it last year.
Moncada, and he just signed, White Sox just signed him up to a long-term deal, and did the same with a young player named Luis Roberts.
Yep, and then they brought in, I think, a Texas outfielder.
Mazzara, Nomar Mazzara now in the outfield, but he signed Eloy Jimenez last year in the 0-1. Check swing, good breaking ball. He went. Strike 2 called on Evan Mendoza. 3-0.
They've already got a nice shortstop at Tim Anderson.
Signed him long term.
You know, so they've got the pieces there. It's just now a matter of them being able to kind of play collectively as a team.
Now, their defense was atrocious, and they know they have to clean that up. And the 0-2 is outside.
And a shortstop by Anderson, he continued to make a ton of errors at short. But, you know, you can overlook that when he's leading the league sometimes with the batting average. So.
Yes, Monty Grandal, part of that White Sox team now.
I think that the White Sox are probably the most improved team.
1-2, Danny Lowe.
Kansas City, they're going to play a different brand of baseball. We know that. They're designed to play defense and run. They've got speed. They're not going to score a ton of runs, so they're going to have to try to manufacture. They got Matheny, the new manager. We talked about Detroit. The other one is the Cleveland Indians. And, you know, Terry Francona always seems to find a way to get the most out of his players.
And the 2-2 up and inside. Ball 3. Mike Clevenger hurt to start the year. Knee surgery, but still El Savali and Shane Bieber's fantastic. Lindor, Ramirez, Carlos Santana. Well, they have to figure out the outfield. They have about 30 guys competing in the outfield right now in camp, and certainly some new guys in the bullpen that we'll see throughout the summer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anybody in that outfield that's going to pop, you know, that's going to be that big impact player.
Line to right towards the corner, and that will not be tracked down by Wallner. A base hit, trying for 2 to throw to second base. A good arm back in, and now retreating back to first is Mendoza. So nice arm strength there on display from Wallner. Tracked it down near the line of the right field corner and quickly got it back in. So with 2 outs, Mendoza thought about 2, but then saw the arm strength of Wallner and retreated back to first. So it's a 2-out single. Cardinals by 3 here in the 9th. And now Max Schrock is 0 for 3 today with a sac fly RBI.
Always liked the Cardinals team. They seem to always hustle. And right there, it gave you a good effort there. Made big turnaround first base. And once he read the throw coming in from the outfield, he recognized that might get me out, so I'm going to stay at first base.
Just the 3rd hit allowed by Stashak all spring. A number back to the mound. Cody plays it and throws out the runner Schrock. And that's another scoreless inning. Cody Stashak, another guy, competed to be on that opening day roster. He remains perfect, has yet to allow a run here in Grapefruit League play. Bottom of the 9th, when we come back, Twins are down 3-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Now, last chance for the Twins. Home half of the 9th inning. Cardinals 3, Twins 0. Alex Reyes, the new pitcher for St. Louis. So Ponce de Leon, he leaves after 5 scoreless innings. In relief of Kim, and now it's Reyes. Now for the 4th time here in camp. New catcher is Oscar Hernandez for St. Louis. As Drew Maggie leads off. Gabe Snyder on deck. Reyes, the right-hander, facing Maggie. And the first pitch ripped to left down the line. That's going to turn foul and land out of play. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins. The 0-1 off speed, strike 2. On Maggie. Cardinals have 3 runs on 6 hits. Twins have no runs on 4 hits. And the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Breaking ball spiked and blocked by Hernandez. Ball 1. Drew Maggie wears number 88. Here in camp. From Phoenix, Arizona. Reyes from the windup, and now the 1-2 pitch, a drive to left deep down the line, but that's going to turn foul. Maggie, 2010 15th round pick. Last year split time between AA and AAA. Combined to hit nearly 260. And the 1-2, good swing there, but he fouled it back off the net. He was originally drafted by the Pirates. Spent 10 years in the minor leagues. Pirates, Angels, Dodgers, Indians, and the Twins. 1-2 breaking ball low. And now a 2-2 count.
Well, still haven't heard on the Boston Red Sox as to any disciplinary action coming down on them, but news out of the Boston or the Houston Astros that shutting down Verlander.
2-2 pitch is bounce foul. Tricep soreness.
Yeah,
right?
and you know, Corey, here's where if you're a general manager, you're kind of watching that waiver wire, because you may have a player in your camp that's, dinged up a little bit or might not make it. You're trying to find out if there's somebody else out there that maybe can fill that void, because there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be plucked on that waiver wire and they get sent down.
2-2, low ball 3. Nice at bat here. Check swing and did not officially go on appeal. Full count to Maggie. And you thought, okay, they lose Garrett Cole to that record-breaking contract with the Yankees, but the safety net was, okay, we still have Verlander.
Yeah.
But now you lose Cole and Verlander for who knows how long. And a 3-2 pitch, line to left, near the line. That ball will hook and land just foul. Ball nearly landed right on the chalk line. But just foul. Will do it again. But Maggie's had a couple of good swings off Reyes here during this 9th inning at bat.
Well, you got the breaking ball when he throws it in the dirt. He lays off of it. But that one right there, boy.
Right call. Just foul.
No chalk?
Getting back, the Astros are getting McCullers back, and he was a big cog a few years back. Had some surgery, so he's still might have some upside. Still got Greinke.
3-2 pitch, strike 3 call as Maggie could not pull the trigger on a knee-high fastball. So, and a nice at bat, but it ends with a strikeout, looking 1 out.
First baseman,
Yeah, I love the hire that Houston made. I love the fact that Dusty Baker was brought in with all the mess going on with Houston right now. I think he was the perfect guy.
Right guy for it, no question. And don't forget, everywhere Dusty Baker has gone, first year, playoffs. So don't question that he's going to get those guys the respect that he has right away.
So a foul back. This is Gabe Snyder batting, left-handed hitting first baseman. 0-1 count, 3-0 St. Louis.
Dusty went to the Cubs playoffs, Giants playoffs, went to Washington Nationals playoffs.
And the 0-1 pitch, a broken bat line drive, left center field, a base hit. Cincinnati Reds, of course, too. Boy, the Reds and Cardinals, man, they had some heated games during Dusty's time in Cincinnati. La Russa in St. Louis, man, that was intense. So a 1-out single for Snyder, 3-0, and now Trevor Larnach. Love watching this guy play. Love watching him hit. And now Trevor Larnach gets a 9th inning at bat in the DH spot that was occupied by Nelson Cruz earlier today. And Larnach's had a great camp as a changeup misses outside, ball 1.
The more you see this guy, the more you like him. Larnach here, it doesn't seem overmatched at all, and has a calm demeanor to himself. He's not in a big hurry in the batter's box.
Former first-round pick in 2018. And the 1-0 pitch, and that's a changeup low ball 2. Could be the year that we see both Larnach at the big league level and also his former teammate in college, Nick Madrigal, who was drafted pretty high by the White Sox. He'll play second base. So Snyder at first, and the 2-0 pitch, a swing and a foul back. Guy like Larnach, his pedigree, 2-0, you bet he's swinging.
Some raw power, too. He's a kid here. He could probably sit in that batting cage with Cruz and Sano. You come to the ballpark, and he's got the game power. I mean, you watch it. He displays it in the game. Got the just upright stance, slight open stance.
2-1 pitch, line drive, right center field. Another hit for Larnach. And down to second goes Snyder. So now the tying run coming up, and a guy that can do just that, and Brent Rooker. So Trevor Larnach worked the count. 2-0, swung 2-0, fouled it back, and now a 2-1 swing, and he rips the line drive single to right center. Now Larnach, we saw him in a game here last spring. He wasn't invited to camp, but he came over from the minor league side, I think midway through spring training, maybe even towards the later stages of camp. And his first at bat on this field, he homered to the left of dead center. As Rooker, he was thinking game-tying home run there, but chased the slider in the dirt. Ball, strike 1.
Yeah, I remember that home run he hit, and Rooker right here. You get the ball up to left field, and the wind's going to take it down the corner.
Brent Rooker singled back in the 7th. Lost season in many regards for Brent last year. Had just over 60 games, but when healthy, put up good numbers at AAA, but he missed so much time with a couple of injuries. And now the 0-1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rooker looks to begin his season once again with Rochester, now managed by Toby Gardenhire. Well, the guy that it wouldn't shock me if we see with the Twins at some point here in 2020. And now the 1-1, strike 2 as he tracks the slider. 1-2 count in Rooker, 3-0 St. Louis in the 9th. Late stages, but you got some intriguing guys up here. Larnach's just hit. You have Rooker batting. Ryan Jeffers on deck.
Next wave here.
Cardinals back at double play depth. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a slider down and away. So Rooker is out, number 2. Second strikeout for Reyes, and now it's up to Jeffers. Jeffers wears number 87. So Snyder at second, Larnach at first, 2 down, and the pitch is a fastball low and away, ball 1. And like Larnach, Jeffers from that same 2018 draft class, and he has been impressive. Let's see Jeffers start the year catching at Double-A Pensacola. And the 1-0, a swing and a miss. And now 1 ball, 1 strike count, but Jeffers taking part in his first big league camp. Two on, 2 out, bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 St. Louis. The 1-1, ball 2 outside. Should Jeffers reach? Travis Blankenhorn with that next. Jeffers a big dude, 6'4", 235. Hit 14 home runs combined at Fort Myers and Pensacola last year. And now the 2-1, strike 2, high fastball, high heat, empty cut at 95 at a 2-2 count. Enters the season as the 9th best prospect in the Twin system per Baseball America. And he's down to his final strike. 2-2 the count. 2 on, 2 out. 3-0 St. Louis. His time is called. Now he's set to go, as is Reyes. Runners lead. And a 2-2, ball 3 outside. Now traveling time for the runners. Jeffers in the minors last year didn't strike out too often. Took his fair share of walks. 64 strikeouts, nearly 30 walks with Fort Myers a year ago. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Twins down 3, bottom 9. And the pitch, ground ball to third on the second up. It's fielded by the third baseman. Sets, throws him out. Ball game over. Cardinals win 3-0. So Mendoza makes the play. Jeffers grounds out. St. Louis wins by a score of 3-0. In this Grapefruit League affairs, the Twins with the loss here today, as they are shut out by the Cardinals 3-0. Danny, final takeaways from the Twins' 6th spring training loss of the spring.
I'm not too concerned about the loss. I was just concerned. Dominic pitched pretty well here today. Got stretched out the 4 innings. Sergio Romo A little dust up with home plate umpire, and I noticed that Rocco Baldelli did come out after the ball game and talk to the home plate umpire and kind of shook his hand. So I'm not trying to see if he's trying to smooth things over, but well, not impressed with Kim, the pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, also Ponce de Leon. That's where you find out where your hitters are at, because you're going against some real frontline guys that are battling for that number 5 spot on the Cardinal rotation, and both pitchers pitched fairly well, and the Twins really didn't bang the ball around too good today. Didn't walk much, but just didn't have many opportunities. With the wind blowing the way it was, it just wasn't a good all-around. The defensive plays, the Cardinals were helped out. They turned a couple double plays off the Twins' bat. So, Celestino continues to impress me with the good contact that he continues to make. So, a lot of guys got those 3 at-bats, which you're looking for right now.
All right, enjoy your time off, and I'll see you on Saturday.
You got it.
All right, Danny Glenn on assignment. I won't. And Jim Cott will join us in the booth Wednesday and Thursday. The final score, Cardinals 3, Twins nothing. We're back with the totals and summaries next on your home for Twins baseball.